All right, everyone. It's been about 18 minutes of cook time. So let's take a look at it. Please be very careful when removing your lid. It is going to be hot. When I remove my lid, I like to remove it away from myself. That way any steam goes away. All right, that looks good. I'm going to just check, make sure that all the liquid has absorbed. To do that, all I got to do is just tilt up and see if any liquid pools or accumulates. And I don't see much. I see just a little bit, but I don't see much. So I think at this point we can go ahead and add our shrimp. So that is our final step, is adding the shrimp, covering it, and then cooking for, another 3 to 4 more minutes or so. It's not going to take long. Those shrimp, again, have already been kind of cut in half, so they're a lot thinner than a normal shrimp would be. So we can just kind of put our shrimp over the top. Okay. Just like that. And just kind of get them in there. And with these, I know the directions say to stir in, but I don't think we really need to do that. I think we can probably just take our lid, put our lid back over, okay, turn our heat down just a little bit, and cook for 3 to 4 more minutes, or until, again, the shrimp are pink. So now in the meantime, I'm going to get my serving bowl ready. So I got my serving bowl, and it also calls for some green onion. It's a little scallion. So for a garnish, and this is optional. I do like the flavor of a green onion, so I'm going to add a little bit of green onion to mine. All right, so I'm just kind of off camera washing the green onion, making sure it's clean. So I got my green onion there. I'm gonna grab a little cutting board, and now we'll just slice the green onion. So I'm sure that all of you know how to cut a green onion, just like last week. Cut it into little circles, little rondelles. So I have my green onion. Just use one. Again, just little slices of green onion. Okay, I'm going to turn off the heat on my jambalaya. Should be just enough heat in there at this point to cook that shrimp the rest of the way. So let's get a little dish to put our green onion in. Okay, there we go. And remove our cutting board and our chef's knife. Grab a serving spoon. All right, not quite. So we'll put our lid back on, but it's getting real close. One thing that, again, you want to be careful of, just as we've mentioned in the past, whoops, don't stir too much, okay? Nothing wrong with stirring, but kind of stir from the bottom and fluff, okay? Stir from the bottom, fluff. Kind of fold it over. Gently fold over. You don't want to paddle the rice. Fold over. Fold over. Okay. All right. let this cool for a moment and just kind of rest just a few minutes. Let some of that steam kind of escape. Make sure your shrimp are pink and cooked all the way through. That looks really good. Smells really good. And we'll find out here if it tastes very good, which I'm sure it will. Remember, that was one of the reasons why I tasted it before I put the lid on it. Taste that liquid. You know, if it's kind of bland or if it doesn't taste real good, as far as seasoning is concerned, you know, you want to be able to add that so that it absorbs into the rice versus actually, you know, having to sprinkle salt onto the top or pepper onto the top. It'll give you a better balance of flavor. Okay, so I think we'll call this ready to serve. So, make sure we get a little shrimp, a little chicken, sausage. There we go. All right. So that is our finished product. I'm just going to set that off to the side. Wipe down my rim. A nice clean plate. Okay. There we go. Sprinkle a little green onion on the top, as little or as much as you'd like, and we'll call that done. That is our Cajun jambalaya with andouille sausage, chicken, and shrimp. So now the next part is, let's give it a taste. Get a little chicken. Careful, it's hot. All right, that was very good. Well balanced flavor. Flavor of that celery, bell pepper, onion, a little bit of heat from the sausage and the cayenne pepper in there. It's got a nice well-rounded flavor to it. So this can be done with just plain chicken as a variation. It can be done with just shrimp as a variation. If you don't have chicken thighs, you can use breast meat. That is acceptable as well. Although I do think thighs work a little better in casseroles such as this, or rice dishes such as this, if you will, because they have a tendency to stay moist, where, you know, white meat has a tendency to dry out a little more. You know, if you don't like shrimp, the shrimp could be omitted. If you like more shrimp, you can add more shrimp. If you like scallops, you can add scallops. You can make it just a seafood variation as well too. So that will be one of our labs for this upcoming week. I am going to go ahead and sign off, get myself cleaned up, get myself situated, and then we'll go into our next demo, which will be the chili for next week. So that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, and get back to you.